Zoro dips him. Don't care.
How strong is Admiral?
How strong is Admiral Kizaru? Let's get to the video.
He's one
Shout
of the
out
longest
Saturn,
standing
yo.
admirals.
Oh wait, hold on. No. All right. Like I said, let's start off on a clean slate. Is that in the 1,000-year Blood War? Also, Loco, you've been here this whole time. Are you followed? Are you followed? Are you sub? No, you don't have to sub. Don't sub. You ain't gotta send me your money. All right, just are you followed? 1,000-year Blood War. Thank you, oh so Loco. My guy, I appreciate that. You've been chatting for a minute. You've been here since the stream started. I ain't gonna lie, cause that Pokemon video was the first thing I watched. For sure. Tell your friends, tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your brother, tell your sister, tell your grandma, everybody. Tell them to join the stream right now. All right, but yeah, 1,000-year Blood War. You need to Kenpachi versus Grammy. Yeah, I watched the Kenpachi versus Grammy fight. I watched that jump. 1,000-year Blood War got some good animation. I stopped the man. I forgot his name. With the dude with the fire powers and the long white beard versus Yuak. That was like the last episode I watched. That one was heat too. I just stopped watching it. I was really feeling it like that. I can definitely get back into it though. It's a cool show. It's cool. It's definitely up there now. Yamamoto, that's his name. Okay. All right, let's get to this video. Let's react to this video real quick, and then after that, we'll watch the Kenpachi versus Grammy fight. All right. Next up, we got why Kizaru is the most underrated admiral, or just conflicted admiral. Shout out my boy Saturn, cause he be making some fire One Piece content. Go check him out for sure. Let's get to it though.
How strong is Admiral Kizaru? He's one of the longest standing admirals in One Piece.
Facts.
A man who's been part of every major arc, from Sabaody to Marineford and now Egghead. Yet despite being a constant presence, fans have always debated his true strength. Is Kizaru just a flashy light show, or is he secretly one of the most dangerous men alive? That's exactly what I'm going to be breaking down in today's
Cold-hearted
video.
assassin.
Now let's not waste any more time, because I'm about to get real in depth with this one. Before we get into it,
he got them Cartier frames on. Hold on. I know y'all see Kizaru with the Cartier frames though. Hold on. Stop playing with him, Kizaru.
I'm about to get real in depth with this one. Before we get into it, if you've been rocking with my videos, or if you're just new and like this kind of content, then be sure to like and subscribe. I drop One Piece analyses, discussions, and debates regularly, so if that's your thing, you're in the right place. Now without further ado, let's get into today's topic. Borsalino, better known as Admiral Kizaru, is the definition of calm confidence. Ever since his introduction, he's walked into every battlefield like it's a casual stroll, whether it's Sabaody, Marineford, or Egghead. But don't let that laid-back attitude fool you, because Kizaru's not lazy, he's efficient. He's the type of fighter who never panics or breaks composure and always looks like he's in control. Even when facing legends,
he knows if he loses, he can just get away. Like, realistically, he knows that if he's losing a fight, he can genuinely get away. But he never had to be in that situation just because he's one of the strongest in the show.
Like Rayleigh or Yonko level opponents like Luffy. His light-based powers from the Pika Pika no Mi make him arguably the fastest character in the entire series. And his precision with lasers give him both long-range devastation and pinpoint lethality. But how is that held up against top-tier opponents? When Kizaru first arrived at Sabaody, everything was in shambles. The Marines were panicking, a Celestial Dragon had just been attacked by Luffy, and chaos had broken loose. While others hesitated, Kizaru casually volunteered to handle the entire situation by himself. That kind of confidence says everything about how the admirals viewed their own power at the time. He dismantled all of...
Let's talk about aura real quick. Let's talk about the aura this boy just walked in on, bro. My dude showed up flying on a cannonball. Showed up in front of Basil Hawkins' face and said, see this leg, nigga? Clipped him. That's crazy. That's crazy work. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, man.
The admirals viewed their own power at the time. He dismantled all of the supernovas and was moments away from executing Zoro before someone finally stopped him. That person being Silver's Rayleigh, the right hand of the Pirate King. This is where Kizaru's respect for power shows. He even admits that to actually capture Rayleigh, they would need to make preparations. Now, some fans interpret this as him being cautious about civilian damage, but even then, Kizaru understood that Rayleigh wasn't...
But the plan is so much, like that. It's to the point where you don't even have to like it's not even worth trying to capture Rayleigh at this point. Like, he an old man, bro. You really don't have to capture him.
Someone to underestimate. And still, despite Rayleigh being rusty and out of practice, he still managed to cut Kizaru and hold him off, which is something that few characters can actually pull off and get away with. It's the first time in the story where Kizaru actually struggles, but even with Rayleigh blocking him, Kizaru still completes his mission, defeating the pirates and forcing the Straw Hats separation. So while he couldn't overpower Rayleigh, he still outperformed his objective. Fast forward to Marineford, and Kizaru enters a war against the Whitebeard pirates. And from the very beginning, he's not holding back. His light beams pierce through giants and battlefield defenses effortlessly. When Marco clashes with him, Kizaru gets sent into the ground, but he gets up without a single scratch. That's Kizaru in a nutshell, always composed but never flustered. He dodges Whitebeard's sword swings, plants himself on the blade mid-air, and then fires a light laser.
That's why what we saw what happened in Egghead, it was so impactful because I never thought I would see a day where I would see this man show emotion, yet alone shed a tear, bro.
Directly at the Emperor's heart. It's one of the most confident counterattacks we've ever seen from an Admiral. Even when Ben Beckman, Shanks' right-hand man, aims a gun at him, Kizaru stops for a moment and then still shots at Luffy anyway. He's fully aware of the threat, acknowledges it, and then completely ignores it. That tells us everything about how Kizaru perceives strength. He doesn't fear anyone, not even the Yonkos. After years of absence, Kizaru returns at Egghead, and this time he's not facing rookies or relics, he's going up against Luffy, a post-Wano and awakened Devil Fruit Luffy. When he first arrives, even Luffy senses his power immediately. The Straw Hats panic, and Luffy says they're 100 times stronger than before, which is a direct callback to Shaki's line about Rayleigh, symbolizing that Luffy is now standing on Rayleigh's level. Kizaru easily blocks Gear 4 Snake Man attacks while staying calm. Meanwhile, Luffy starts sweating and his hits fail to leave any damage on him. Now, people debated whether Luffy was using Advanced Conquerors here, but visually the hot
Bro, he's using Advanced Conqueror's Haki, bro. Luffy, well, okay, he's using Haki. We know that for a fact. But the beauty of 1,000-Year Blood War, if you didn't know the original Bleach was an anime, you could take 1,000-Year Blood War as its own anime. But for sure. Now, in that case, I might just watch it from there. But regardless, Luffy is using Haki. And my boy Borsalino don't have a scar on him. We all know when he lost. He lost to Gear 5, Awakened Devil Fruit Gear 5 Luffy. I'm not even gonna say Awakened Devil Fruit Gear 5 Luffy. You see? Everyone loses to Gear 5 Luffy. At that point, Luffy gotta whip out Gear 5 on you. You just know that you're strong. You're a strong person if Luffy gotta bring out Gear 5 against you.
Key indicators we saw in Wano aren't present. It's likely just advanced armament, meaning Kizaru handled it effortlessly. But the real fight begins once Luffy enters Gear 5. Kizaru, for the first time during their exchange, shows strain. Even then, Kizaru's speed lets him reach Vegapunk multiple times. His goal isn't to win the fight, it's to complete his mission. He creates light clones capable of injuring Gear 5 Luffy, something that even some Yonko couldn't do consistently. And Luffy adapts, of course, one-shotting them with strategy, but it's important to note that these were only clones. Because when the real Kizaru and Luffy clash directly again, Kizaru gets hit with a massive star gun covered in Advanced Conqueror's Haki. Saturn himself even calls Kizaru's performance sluggish but not weak. Now, it's implied Kizaru could still move, he just chose not to continue, likely due to his hesitation in killing Vegapunk, who is an old friend of his. That emotional conflict is huge because for the first time we see Kizaru waver, and in One Piece, wavering means weakness. Characters like Enel and Lucci have been described as strongest when they feel no guilt. Kizaru's guilt humanizes him but also limits him. He's not losing because he's outclassed, he's losing.
Yo, stop with the Lucci slander, bro. We all like Rob Lucci. You know you like Rob Lucci. Don't act like you don't like Rob Lucci. Everybody like Rob Lucci, bro. We all like Rob Lucci. He clean. Gear 5 Luffy not struggling. No. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Anytime Luffy bring out Gear 5, especially now that he's mastered, just know that it's clips. It's clips. If you're going against Gear 5 Luffy, you're losing. He's laughing the whole time. He's taking hits on purpose for comedic effect. Because he's a goofball. He's a Toon Force character.
Because he doesn't want to win this kind of battle. After the clash, Luffy collapses from exhaustion, while Kizaru, still conscious, ends up helping feed him food. That small detail tells us everything about their stamina difference.
Exactly.
Even after a full battle against Gear 5 Luffy, Kizaru could still move, talk, and think clearly. Luffy may have landed the final blow, but Kizaru was never defeated in the traditional sense. He literally just stopped fighting. Later, when
dude literally gave up from the fight. He did not want to fight anymore, and he was still able to move at beyond light speed.
Speaking with Akainu, Kizaru's dialogue becomes somber. He admits he's a miserable sight and feels the weight of killing someone he once respected. It's the first time his calm facade cracks, revealing that even the man of light has shadows behind him. Kizaru isn't just another admiral. He's the embodiment of marine precision. Fast, calculated, and efficient to the end. He can match legends like Rayleigh, fight Yonko level opponents like Luffy, and still come out conscious afterwards. He's not the strongest, but he's one of the most consistent high tiers in the series. At his peak, Kizaru comfortably sits among the top fighters of the world. He may not have had Roger's ambition, Kaido's endurance.
Bro, people be hating on all the admirals, bro. I think it's mainly because of what happened to Green Bull, but like, don't get it twisted, bro. That's Shanks, bro. He's the strongest hockey user in the show. Besides the Gorosei, it's Shanks. It's Shanks. So that's why I feel like that's why admirals get played on. Admiral Akainu fought Whitebeard, right? Akainu fought Whitebeard. That's not a fair matchup. No, it's not a fair matchup. But hey, he lost the fight, but he still held his own. Aokiji fought Garp. Yeah, he lost. He might have lost. Technically he won the fight, but he lost a couple times against Garp. It's Garp, bro. It's the hero of the Marines. That's like calling me weak. That's like calling me trash because I went up against LeBron and LeBron scored 100 and I scored 50. But I scored 50 on Braun though. Like, even though I lost, don't mean I'm trash. Like, I bet you can't score 50 on Braun. Exactly. That's what I thought.
Or Luffy's spirit. But in terms
and if you
of
said yes, you're lying. What happened to the video? Shout out Queso.
That efficiency, he's arguably the perfect soldier. If Akainu is justice and Aokiji is morality, then Kizaru is balance. The line between duty and emotion, and that balance is what makes him so dangerous.
Speed blitzing you.
What are you guys' thoughts on Admiral Kizaru? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in whatever I make next. Peace.
He's so tough. Appreciate that, Saturn. Shout out Saturn. Matter of fact, am I subscribed to him? I am subscribed to him. I'm going to turn bell notifications on for all videos, and I'm going to like the video. You know, it's always good to social support. Always good to show. Did I turn on? Okay, I did. Yeah. It's always good to social support. Shout out Saturn.